It was another day on Sea of Thieves, and another solo adventure for Captain Fireheart. She was sailing the Alpha's Flame after a while, and she was kind of having a bit of a weird day on the seas. For one, strange aquatic enemies called ocean crawlers kept appearing every minute or so, making it almost impossible for Fireheart to set foot on any of the islands to search for treasure. Another thing was that another hungering megalodon decided to retreat while Fireheart was having a battle with it, which made her a little frustrated. So she decided to head to the underwater shrines for this adventure. As Fireheart dove down to the Shrine of Ancient Tears, she apparently had this strange feeling that something unexpected was going to happen. But she decided to save that feeling for later when she got to her ship. The Shrine of Ancient Tears was different from the Treasury of the Lost Ancients, which Fireheart explored a while ago. As she took a look around, she discovered a secret room that had a ruby Breath of the Sea. There was also small square buttons on the floor which either hid switches, which, if all were turned on together, would open doors to different rooms across the shrine, as well as a few secret compartments that held small bits of treasure. Given that Fireheart had been in shrines like this one before, it was pretty much a cakewalk for her. However, by the time Fireheart got all of the loot to go back to her ship, she would soon find an unexpected surprise waiting for her. As she got back to her ship, a small group of pirates were hanging out on the Alpha's Flame. Fireheart was in complete shock and a bit anxious at the same time, for she had no idea how long this group of pirates had been hanging around on her ship. Perhaps they just got here, or maybe they'd been here for a while and were waiting for Fireheart to come back. Nobody really knows, but much to Fireheart's surprise, this pirate crew seemed to be friendly. They apologized to her since it was indeed very startling for the captain. After talking and getting to know each other, Fireheart and her new fellow pirates decided to form an alliance, and with the help of her new friends as well as their galleon, Fireheart was able to get to the nearest outpost to sell the loot she received from the shrine and earned a good 23,000 gold. Two of the pirates decided to join Fireheart's crew, and these pirates were known as Skilled in Carbon. Fireheart felt very confident since she wasn't sailing alone anymore, because deep down inside, she would always get nervous about sailing solo, having that ongoing fear of enemy ships coming in for an ambush. After a bit of a time preparing the ship for another voyage, Fireheart, Skilled in Carbon, decided to take on another fortress raid, and Mercy's End Fortress was the closest one for a good raid. While the three pirates were taking out the phantoms of the fortress, Wisteria, Trippy, Raven, and Squirt, who were the group of pirates Fireheart met, were in the process of searching for a special ritual skull to begin an intense battle on an island called the Fort of the Damned. Suddenly, the sea turned to black, and Fireheart's face went pale because it meant only one thing. Another legendary creature of the Sea of Thieves was approaching. It was the Kraken! The Kraken was a little difficult to take down, and was also quite rare to see around the Sea of Thieves, but with the help of Skilled in Carbon, they were able to take down the Kraken, and the inky black water faded away. Fireheart was relieved that the Kraken was taken down, but she was also curious about how much gold she'll receive when she and her friends take on the Fort of the Damned. While Fireheart, Skilled in Carbon waited for the galleon to arrive at the Fort of the Damned, and by the time they arrived, they all went to the top of the structure and started battling wave after wave of skeletons. The battle was intense, and eventually a giant skeleton known as Grey Marrow appeared. Grey Marrow proved to be a challenge, but together, Fireheart and her fellow pirates were able to take him down. When the big skeleton was defeated, it dropped a key to the vault that held lots of good treasure, including 2 reapers, bounty chests, and a chest of legends. After a bit of traveling and braving through a storm, the group found themselves at Ancient Spire Outpost, where they helped sell Fireheart's loot. Once they were finished, Fireheart got a total of 140,000 gold. They also made a stop at the Reaper's hideout, where they sold their loot. And as they were doing so, Fireheart couldn't help smiling, for she had made some new friends and members of her crew. This voyage was definitely going to be one to remember. I wonder if Fireheart will meet up with their new friends again. Wouldn't you agree?